All right, so yesterday, man, that 48-7 beating that we took, man, it's the worst loss by a defending Super Bowl champion in NFL history. I mean, that's pretty embarrassing, you know? But I mean, again, I still it's so weird because normally I would be highly pissed off over a game like this, man. And all week leading up to that game, man, I'm just like I said in my pre-game video before the game yesterday, like my confidence is not broken, but it's shaken. And I still feel that way after the loss yesterday. I still feel like if we can get this thing going, man. I mean, it's already been more than halfway through the season, almost 3/4 of the way through the season, man, and we're still talking about the same thing. We're still talking about looking ourselves in the mirror. We're still talking about fixing the mistakes, you know, and still have the same results week in and week out. I don't know if it's going to happen. I don't know. You know? I mean, we got the Giants coming up. A division rival. And we all know how divisional games go, man. They can go either way. No matter how good or bad a team is or the team's record is, it can always go either way. And anybody that's a fan of any of the NFC East teams knows that. You know, and the thing that really like disappoints me, man, is the fact that the Eagles, we have not won back-to-back games all year. At all. Our longest winning streak is 1. You know? And we're coming off our second 2-game losing streak of the season. I mean, and that's just that's our season, man. I mean, think about it. Everybody talks about how bad the Giants are. And they're not a good football team, even with winning 2 in a row. But guess what? That's just that. The Giants, they just did something yesterday that the Eagles haven't done. They won 2 in a row. They're playing with confidence. They're playing with, you know, a purpose. You know, and I'll be honest, I have not watched anything other than the highlights of the last 2 Giants games. But, I mean, you can see it. They're playing with confidence. They're playing better than they were the previous games. And I don't know how this game is going to play out on Sunday. Us against the Giants. Yeah, we're at home, but apparently this season that don't matter for anything. So, you know, we lost 3 straight at home. This team is just unbelievable, man. But I'm trying to move past yesterday's game. And I'm saying I'm moving forward. I'm putting yesterday's game behind me. But I say that, but it's a lot harder to just do it. And I don't know, man. I'd be lying if I said us losing yesterday was unexpected. But it wasn't unexpected. I think losing the way that they did is unexpected. I'm running out of words right now. This team, Doug Peterson and Carson Wentz, say week in and week out every time we're coming off of a loss. They need to do better. They need to fix things. We're going to look at the film. We're going to correct the problems. We're going to improve. And I'm not doubting for a second that they're serious about that and they're trying hard to correct these problems. I'm not doubting that for a second. But maybe it's not correcting the problems necessarily. Maybe it's game planning, you know, being a little bit more creative. This offense, this entire season, man, has not. I mean, it's just unbelievable the way this offense was last year compared to this year. And I like what Carson Wentz said in his post-game press conference yesterday. The reporter asked, I forget the specific question, but the reporter asked him about, there was a comparison that he was trying to ask Carson Wentz about between last year's team and this year's team. And Carson Wentz pretty much just said that, you know, last year is last year. This is a new team this year. What we did last year has no bearing on what we are doing this year, what's happening this year. And not his exact words, but that's just kind of paraphrasing. And Malcolm Jenkins pretty much said the same thing too. So I like that. And yes, I do, myself personally, I do compare last year to this year only in the sense that in reference to the players that are returning from last year and the coaches. So, man, I don't know. That's all I got for right now, man. I'll try to make another video. We'll see, man. We'll see in a couple days. But, yeah, the loss, man, it sucks. It sucks bad. This is like the worst case scenario, probably more than worst case scenario. Like, the way the season has gone is I didn't even think in a worst case scenario it would be this bad. I thought we could at least put together 2 wins in a row. Have yet to do that. So we'll see what we can do Sunday, man. This Giants game is the season. We fall to 4-7. and yet another division loss. We're only 1 game ahead of the Giants right now. Anyway, man. That's it. That's all I got to say, man. I just say, go Birds.